So someone messaged me through Instagram, I think, and wanted this video topic about who to cold call. They're kind of more specifically small backyard parties, but I'm just gonna do everyone that I used to cold call or drop in on. All right, this is in no particular order. So cold call and drop in on, have meetings with event planners. Event planners do more than just weddings. They can do, birthday parties. They can do backyard barbecues. We've experienced dealing with a customer who has an event planner for very small things. And so event planners don't own most of the stuff. They just coordinate. I guess a better name would be event coordinators. Some of them own stuff, but if they need a tent, they need to know a tent company. Same thing with anything else that you got. If the event planners know you have it, then they can bring it up in the meeting to their customer, then get it through you. Another one is banquet halls. So a lot of people think banquet halls already have everything they need. Well, they don't. So they may want chair covers, they may need linens, they may need dishes, they may need a different kind of chair, or most common, a dance floor. So cold call, drop in on, go visit the location of banquet halls. Another is restaurants. Now, why a restaurant? Well, the restaurant may already do off-site catering, and I'll get to that in a second. They may have a room to do larger events, 50 people. They may need a dance floor. They may need extra stuff. They may be in a pinch and need linens last second. So just any restaurant is good. We bring heat lamps to this one restaurant all the time because they just decided they didn't want to buy them, I guess. So that brings on the caterers. Caterers who are doing off-site events, they need tons of stuff. They don't want to own it. They just want to show up and do what they do, which is cook. And some caterers also help, a little bit with the organizations of the event. So we got a lot of caterers that we set up kitchens for. And this one caterer orders linens through us. And then sometimes they just need something else. Colleges is a big one. They're constantly having something, whether it's a graduation, career fair. This one college literally every other week has something where they're getting tables and chairs from us. Sometimes, fancy chairs, sometimes just basic chairs. That one was particularly hard to get into. I had emailed a whole bunch of people to try to find the person to contact there. And then one day, I think it was their current company didn't have enough weight padded chairs. So they called me and I'm closer. The other company was coming from like an hour away. So now I'm their main table and chair provider. You got to figure out who to get a hold of, but once you do, you keep messaging them, just letting them know you exist. And that's the big thing about all these people. Keep messaging them like once a month, every other month, just to keep them fresh in your mind, let them know you exist. That's how we landed our biggest caterer. He was using someone else for a long time. So I sent an email every month for like 3 years. Then one day he needed me because the other company's tent was junk. Unfortunately, I couldn't help him for that, but I said, hey, start using me. It's gonna be way better. And then every day from there on out, he uses me. He phased out the other guy, let him keep the orders that he had on the book, but all new orders came through me. Barn venues. Now, around me, there's a lot of barn venues. They take a barn, they remodel it, open it up, and turn it into a wedding venue. When these people are first starting out, they don't have anything. Plus, they don't have a kitchen usually, so then they have caterers coming in. So when a caterer asks, where can I get kitchen, blah, 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 then they say my name. So I stopped into every single one as I discovered that they were opening and met with them, gave them ideas about lighting, and just let them know what I can do. And same thing goes for, there's some places where it's like kind of an outdoor venue and they don't have anything. There needs to be a tent set up every time. So I met with all those people. And then don't sleep on the small businesses. Basically, anyone you meet, just tell them what you do. You're promoting yourself. I have this one lady, she owns a salon and she gets like 30 chairs and a few tables here and there. Normally that's a small order. I may not like that, but she's a business owner and she has events there constantly. So it's okay. And then we do stuff at her house now too, because we do stuff at her business. And then she tells her clients and her friends, and we do stuff at their houses. So don't sleep on the small businesses. They rent stuff too, and it usually converts to a higher thing. Okay, so graduations though, you can cold call those like smaller, cheaper venues like a pavilion in a park or a fireman's hall or the town legion or whatever, because a lot of people will rent those spaces. They're not like the best spaces, but it's just a graduation party. So they may need tables, they may need chairs, dishes, all that stuff. And then I would contact the high schools and see if there's some sort of flyer you can be in or something you can put on the fences for the baseball games, their normal means of promotion and sponsorship. Basically, there's no one off limits, but obviously your first ones are the people in the event business. Then the businesses that have nothing to do with the event business, they still rent stuff. And my last suggestion for everyone is to wear your company stuff. I was at a hockey game and I wasn't thinking of promotion, but I had my shirt on, I had my hat on. I was getting beer and the people were like,
"Oh, you're doing the tents around here? We need you for a graduation party."
And I didn't have any cards on me. I'm at a hockey game. I don't have cards in my wallet, which I should have them. So they just took a picture of my shirt and then they called the next day. So it's kind of cartoonish. You kind of look like a cartoon character. Everyone knows what you're going to be wearing when you show up. So wear your shirt, wear your hoodie, wear your hat, get sunglasses with the name on it. And don't be like me. Keep some cards in your wallet. So cold calling has done very well for me. All the major players that I've hooked up with, the event planners, venues, and caterers have all been either cold call and consistently call them so that they use me when they need me, they remember them there, or pop in. Remember, coffee goes a long way. Pop in with some coffee. And I want to add that we call it cold calling, but today's age is way different.
Back in my day, we actually had to pick up a phone and do the circle dial and call people.
We have social media where you can message people directly, so you can kind of easily find people in the event industry in your area. LinkedIn's a good one. Instagram, Facebook, don't sleep on those. And you can cold message them. So you don't necessarily have to call them or drop in. You can just message them on one of those platforms and see if you want to team up, see if you want to refer each other, see what you can do for each other, let them know you exist. Social media cold calling, don't forget about that.
I don't understand how these things work. How do you turn it off? There it is.